The third step in yogic meditation is called Samadhi, the superior and beatific state of consciousness. The word Samadhi comes from Sama, which means equal. And it refers to the state of oneness with the object of meditation. Another translation for the word Samadhi is divine ecstasy or ecstasis, because it is an inner state of consciousness. Also, it is a non-dualistic state of consciousness, and is non-dualistic because there is no longer a separation between the subject of the meditation and the object of the meditation. Which is also superior to the normal states of consciousness like wakefulness, dream, and deep sleep. In Ashtanga Yoga, or Yoga in 8 steps, which we practice in our yoga classes, Samadhi represents the last stage, but you are going to find out that through superior yoga practice, you can make a leap from the beginning stages from Ashtanga Yoga, like even from the practice of the body poses or asanas, directly into the state of Samadhi. And that is because of a certain specific approach that is presented in our yoga classes right from the beginning stages. So right from the first classes addressed to beginners. According to Gheranda Samhita, the state of Samadhi represents the supreme state of yoga. There are different forms of Samadhi, and here are offered a few examples. The most elevated form of Samadhi is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Another form of Samadhi is represented by the state of divine ecstasy with the purpose of entering the beatific vacuity shunyata. A third form of Samadhi is done with the purpose of complete absence of all characteristics, animitta. This refers to attaining a state of non-differentiation. This is a natural process that comes when the yogi aims to attain in the consciousness a transcendence from the phenomenal world, from the individuality to the universality. And the fourth example of Samadhi is represented the supreme beatific state of consciousness with the purpose of disappearance of desire for objects. This form of Samadhi enables the access to the complete liberating divine ecstasy. In other words, can help the yogi attain the spiritual liberation. How can we enter the states of Samadhi? As I mentioned earlier, through an adequate and advanced yoga practice under competent guidance of a yoga teacher. Of course, that it helps to have favorable destiny or karma. The spiritual guide, through his grace and compassion, can also offer states of Samadhi as a spiritual gift or as a spiritual exemplification to the students. In Ashtanga Yoga, the first steps are the practice for attaining divine virtues, and they represent the very first stages in yoga. But when they are brought to perfection, they can propel us in Samadhi directly. And another way to attain Samadhi is by a full abnegating devotion towards God. Those of you that missed the beginning of the webinar, please would like to see the replay, which will be sent tomorrow and will be valid 7 days. Please write us an email on our contact page at liveonlineyoga.com/contact, and you'll receive the replay link to see the whole webinar.